Hello everyone, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the most recent patch update in Pokemon Unite. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the first time I'm going over these patches, so you're just gonna get my reaction, so to speak. But I'm here on the UniteDB.com or the Unite database, and they've gone through, they've tested, and they've written down all the patch notes for us. So I'll have the link to these patch notes in the description, and be sure to check out their site because they have a lot more other information about Pokemon Unite as well. So the first thing that I notice on here is they actually have changed the held items a bit. So first off here, and I think it's interesting to note that they've only changed the two best items in the game, basically, but they changed the buddy barrier. So they've reduced how much hit points you get from it. They've reduced the shield from it. And they don't stack if multiple people are running it anymore. So that's a huge nerf for the buddy barrier. And the score shield, its cooldown is from 6 to 20 seconds. That's a lot of time. It's consumed before any other shields now, and the shield amount now increases with the level. And so this was mentioned in a Japanese Twitter account translation. They're not sure what that means. It sounds like you start at level 1 in a match, and the max level you can go at is 15. So it sounds like the score shield's amount of shield you'll get will increase as you level up. So I think that's interesting. I suppose that would help. The fact that the cooldown's now down to 20 seconds, that might be okay though. It's for scoring mostly, and you're probably not going to be scoring every 6 seconds. That would be insane. Now for the Pokemon, we have Greedent. So fast squirrel goes less fast. That makes sense. Covet. CC is no longer just flat out. So CC is no longer just flat out removed. It's just converted to a slow instead. So if you don't know, Greedent in the meta right now, he has unstoppable. He can just run around, heal. He's really, really hard to just. But sounds like he's not going to be as fast, so it's going to be harder for him to get away. And yeah, the crowd control is just gone now. So for Covet, so pretty big nerf, I guess. He's not going to be as easy to kill, I believe. Or he will be easier to kill, not going to be as OP. Blissey changes. Yep, there could be a lot of egg-based puns, so go ahead and read through this if you'd like. But soft-boiled and egg bomb. So here are the notes. Soft-boiled has a cooldown of 12 seconds, while egg bomb is not learned. Egg bomb has a cooldown of 9 seconds, while soft-boiled is not learned. When both are learned, they each share an 8-second cooldown. That is very specific, but it sounds like they really want Egg Bomb and Soft Boiled to go together as much as possible. And then both moves are now granted 2 egg charges each upon learning them. These moves now share a charge reserve. Okay, so Soft Boiled Plus says unlocks at level 10 instead of level 12. Doesn't have an additional cooldown reduction, and it grants +1 egg charge upon learning. So I think you, instead of 2 or 3 eggs, you might even be able to go up to 4, especially with the Egg Bomb. You have Safeguard Plus, now it's at level 12, Egg Bomb Plus at level, or Safeguard Plus at level 10, Egg Bomb at level 12, Helping Hands at level 12. Okay, so I don't know if that'll affect Blissey very much. Safeguard is just super useful because of all the hindrances that are in this game. But yeah, soft-boiled and egg bomb. I wonder. I'm curious. That could improve the healing potential, and then also the support that Blissey could give in a bit of crowd control and just kind of dealing those like big egg bomb damages, but Blissey's a healer, so I don't know how much damage she can potentially do. Then there is Dualudon. Let's see. Huge thank you to the Icarus Twine with Unite API for getting these numbers. So shout out to Icarus Twine. Looks like they changed Dragon Pulse. So the damage to no charge ratio 40% was dropped down to a little less than 30%. Scale of 1 to 1. Its base went from 48 to 35. Its mid-charged ratio was at 44, changed it to 32.3. These are dropping by good 10% for each charge. The max charge goes from 48 to 38%, and the base is 58 to 46. Okay, there's a lot of numbers here, so I'm just gonna try and scroll through these relatively quickly. Apparently there is a damage cap at 950 for the Dragon Pulse now. That's very significant. So you're probably not gonna one-shot anything anymore. I don't think you could one-shot. Most things have more than 1,000 health, but I feel like that's a big nerf there. I think you could do a lot more than that, depending on things. Let's see, damage capped at 1050 for certain stuff. Okay, and then apparently they made visual adjustments to Stealth Rock. I find that interesting because you're not supposed to see stealthy rocks in the first place, but maybe that was the visual adjustment. You can no longer see these rocks, they be stealthy. There's Alolan Ninetales, Aurora Veil, okay. So the ratio went from 10 to 5%. Not exactly sure what that says. Okay, it says Aurora Veil hits just as often as it always has, but no longer gives you a ton of hit points. So maybe that's how many hit points it helps heal over time. There's also the movement speed buff reduced. The attack speed was also altered. Wow, okay. And then Blizzard, the stun duration has been decreased and the width has been decreased. So yeah, kind of big nerfs for Alolan Ninetales. I have faced Alolan Ninetales and it's pretty strong. But there's definitely things that I've been more scared of facing than a Ninetales. Like Talonflame, for example. Okay. Let's see. They have reduced Brave Bird, so the radius decreased on area of effect. And then center range remains the same. Ratio 230 per level, 21 to 18 base, 240 damage. So the damage has been reduced on the Brave Bird, and it doesn't look like it hits as big of an area anymore. So hopefully that kind of fixes that crazy nonsense of damage that he does there. Then there's this Flame Sweep, which I believe is his Unite move. So they've increased the cooldown, so it's 89 to 100 seconds. And then the ratio has dropped from 146% to 124 per level, 12 to 11, and its base damage has been dropped by 90. Okay. So, yeah, I guess they're really trying to rein in Talonflame. We'll see kind of what happens. And then Lucario, they have decreased extreme speed. And yeah, that's there. We'll see if Lucario's meta changes. He's just all around pretty good still, so yeah, I don't really see anything here. Okay, Hoopa. Oh, Hoopa. So it looks like Trick was changed. The shielding range has been reduced, and the auto attack range has been reduced. Interesting. I mean, Hoopa is pretty great for that kind of stuff. All those attacks that you get when you're using Trick is pretty nice. The cooldown has been increased. That kind of sucks. Shadow Ball's damage damage bonus has been reduced. Doesn't look like by very much. So, yeah, we'll see. Trick Plus, the healing is 40%, was 40% and is now 25% of damage dealt. So less healing with Trick. The Shadow Ball's stun has gone down. And looks like they've buffed Phantom Force. So its slow goes up to 40% and its cooldown is 4.5%. So maybe Phantom Force might see more usage with the big Shadow Ball Trick nerf that's gone on. So that'll be interesting to see. And then we have Zeraora. Okay, Alexa, play Gas, Gas, Gas by Manuel. I have no idea what that means. Discharge. I think they improved a shield on it or something like that. Its ratio's gone up to 90% and its base has gone up to 200. So Discharge is probably pretty good on Zeraora. I usually use Discharge, so that makes sense. Aegislash or Aegislash or Sword Shield. Yes. Okay. Boosted attack in the sword stance. In the shield stance. Numbers. Okay. Sacred Sword. The stun duration has been increased to a full second. That's pretty big. The triangle attack ratio went up to 96, so up by 10. Base damage is a little bit higher. And the dash attack ratio has also gone up, and its base damage has gone up by 20. So, feels like there's mostly buffs to Aegislash. Pretty cool. Trevenant. Let's see. Branch Poke. Slow increased. Interesting. To 40%. More damage. More damage. Awesome. It also has healing now, so it gets 3% of Trevenant's maximum health. So Trevenant might be able to get some more heals and start being a bit better of a defender, being a little bit tankier, getting those heals when it attacks. Curse ratio's been increased, base has been increased, and the final hit damage, that also increases. So Curse is looking like it's doing better. And then self damage at 4%, it's gone down to 3%. And then it has Pain Split. You get 100% of damage dealt on each tick. It's gone up to 120% of damage dealt, which means you're actually healing more than the damage you're dealing. So that could be pretty huge. And then the cooldown for its Unite move has gone down by 20 seconds. It's still 114, but you know, that's pretty considerable. All right, Cramorant. Yes, okay. Air Slash has a 5th blade now. That's pretty neat. And its Unite move cooldown's been reduced. And its damage has been buffed. That's kind of insane. This Unite move has crazy range, and it hits fast, it hits hard, it's automatic. So it's kind of hard to deal with already, but if you're going to do more damage and more often, it's a little crazy. All right, so Greninja's cooldown for Unite move has been reduced. And then Azumarill, okay. I just released an Azumarill video, so having patch notes for it is great. That just means I'll promote it at the end of this video. So, Bubble, the movement speed reduction to enemies has been fixed. The Whirlpool bug to dealing damage has been fixed. Interesting. Maybe Whirlpool will be more viable than I even thought before. And then Aqua Tail. So these two changes together means Aqua Tail deals more damage when the target is below about 150 defense and less when they're above. This is a rough estimate, and the exact amount will change depending on items. Interesting. So notes. It no longer ignores defense and shield. Now, that's kind of huge. Before it ignored defenses and shields, but like even then, it really wasn't any significant amount of damage where I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Azumarill is so OP. No, it's just kind of like, I can win most of my fights now, unless we're in a group. But yeah, Azumarill could be great at picking people off, but I'm really interested to see what that defense and shields things will do. Maybe we'll have some gameplay of Pokemon Unite after these patch notes. And then the basic long range damage has gone from 69 to 82. And its boosted damage at long range has gone from 138 to 165. So it looks like it deals more damage, but no longer ignores defensive shields. So I'll definitely need to look at playing Azumarill again and seeing if Aqua Tail is actually better than it was before and how that goes. But yeah, hopefully this wasn't too long of a video for you guys, but that is all of the patch notes. We've had item changes. They've changed a lot of Pokemon stuff, reduced a lot of cooldowns. Finally seen some heavy nerfs on the Talonflame and interesting nerfs on the Ninetales and the Trevenant. Nerfs on Dualodon, kind of glad to see that, and interesting changes with Blissey. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to like and subscribe, because, well, I make videos like this. So if you like this video, I'll have more, and I'll have other gaming related content coming soon. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I said that already. All right. Farewell.